really do like that. I really do like. I'm sitting here dancing. Dun, 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 dun.
I know, I saw you backstage.
Did you see me dancing? I really do like it. I really do like that. Okay, I've shared it, and now I'm watching it, and the volume's down. Look, over the 2 years we've been doing this, I'm now catching on.
And I need to get up on Facebook so I don't miss any Facebook comments this time.
I know, right? That's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. Hey, Dre. Look, as we say that, then I missed one. Hi, Dre.
Hey, Dre. Dre, I want you to know I love your video on the Snapchat.
Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that cool? I even had somebody call me say, "Oh, I see Dre's doing stuff." I said, "Yeah." He's been doing stuff, but he's like in the background. Like he's in charge of our social.
That was the first time y'all actually got to see like a different
right, who's doing it? Who's doing it? That's Dre. Dre, absolutely. Yeah, so here we are on a Friday live, support live. Remember, these things were started during the pandemic to give our people, hi Texas, give our people a connection point during the COVID thing. Mocha, you're echoing, Dre said.
I know, where's your mic at? Because remember, it'll pick up the audio from your computer.
Well, there's no way to
see what? I'll mute you, and now that I'm talking, it's not going to echo. But as soon as I unmute you, it'll start echoing again.
So what I'm saying is it's on your end. You're picking up extra.
No, I don't do nothing. You because I can hear myself through your computer. You have a microphone and the computer microphone working at the same time.
No, I don't.
Because now you're muted again, and now they're on the same audio, and they can hear me perfectly fine right now, correct? If y'all can hear me fine, I need you to comment. Nobody's going to comment now.
See, you can't hear me.
I know when you're muted.
Okay, but what I'm saying is...
What I'm saying is unplug your microphone.
My microphone is... Okay, there's only one microphone working, and it's the one we plug in because the other one's been dismantled out of the computer. So if I unplug it, you can't hear me at all because my computer doesn't have a speaker. We use my remote speaker. So your computer's picking me up. Your computer's so sensitive, it's picking me up talking.
My computer doesn't have any volume on it right now. I don't even have any speakers plugged into my computer. I use my headphones for my computer.
Well, I don't know what to do for it. Can you hear me now?
So I'll mute myself.
No, here, see, now it's gone. Now you can't hear me.
I can hear you, just fine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, that's weird. How is that even possible? Okay, either way. Okay, who are we? Let's start. Okay. We are the Rainbow Support Group, right? Exactly. We are the Rainbow Support Group SC based out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. We are an LGBT support group started in 2013 to have a place for the LGBT to go and talk about issues and things that pertain to us. Since the pandemic, we've definitely exploded, and now we're all kinds of places. Like you just saw Texas chime in, and we talked to the Philippines, and we did that during COVID. That was cool, finding out how they're doing over there and how we're doing over here. You can find us on www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.org, and we've got 3 Facebook avenues. We've got the, did you do that, Mocha? We have 3 avenues for the Facebook page. We've got a support for our rainbow. We've got the Rainbow Support Group, and the Rainbow Support Group page, all of which are on there. Mocha, where'd you go? Look, no, you can't leave. I've put you back in there because you can't leave. Okay, so that tells you how to get in touch with us, where we are, what we do, why we're doing this. And then me and
I'm going to be retesting, so I have to log out in order for me to reset, because everybody says it's me, so I'm going to have to reset.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then we'll keep talking. All right. Mocha and I talked earlier today, and we were going to talk about a bunch of stuff. First of all, please remember Sunday is hiking. We all need that to get out in the air. Even if you don't hike, you can come anyway. Some of us never hike and we stay at the table. Some of us go hiking. Remember, the length of the hike, totally up to you. If you think you're a badass and you can handle it, then you usually go with Mocha. And Mocha can do the badass trails. And then, of course, there's people that only want to do half of it. So they'll do it and come back. So just do whatever you're going to do. But make sure you get out with us. We need air. We need air, and we also need to see each other. It's kind of important to do that. So that's Sunday at 11 o'clock, Shelter 3, Paris Mountain in Greenville. Not very far, kind of a central location to everybody, and we really go. Now, I'll be leaving early this time, but it really won't because nobody usually stays till 6 anyway. But we'll be there from 11 to say 6, but I have to leave at like 3:45 because I have to work Sunday. So I will be leaving early, but I will be there for majority of it. And then we'd like to know, I do need to let everybody know, if you go to our website, in there it lists all our activities we're doing and the events we're doing. It also gives you a way to RSVP. It kind of lets me know who's coming, who wants to come, if there's a problem, something like that. So always check out our websites to find out what's going on during the month. Next month, we already have it on there, but I did not list the address. I don't want to put the address on there now. For our bonfire in May. That's going to be our activity for May, is a bonfire out in Fountain Inn, and it's going to be great. We're going to have a great time. But, of course, for safety, we're not disclosing the address just yet. Look, Tessa just clicked onto our website. Good job, Tessa. I saw you did that. It's really cool. When you guys check into the website, it actually sends notifications to my phone so I know who's doing what. It's really kind of cool. Let's see. We talked about the hiking on Sunday. Remember, we pay for you to get in, and we bring the charcoal. I don't think I have any more lighter fluid. I might need to get that. I need to write that down. I need lighter fluid. Hang on. Lighter fluid. Lighter fluid. And then you guys bring food if you want to cook it or whatever. Sometimes, like me, I'm a sandwich person. I don't really cook a lot. So I just do this charcoal stuff for y'all. Because if I'm going to bring food, I'll just bring a sandwich or something. So mine doesn't have to be cooked. But we have it available if you want it. Bring your own drinks, bring your own stuff. We don't supply any of that. And each person in, it costs $6, but we cover you to go in. And they're aware at the gate. You just let them know, I'm with the Rainbow, I'm going to Shelter 3. And they'll do a tally. I usually leave the card with them, and then they'll just bill us for whoever shows up. But it's always a great time. And I keep hearing from people again, I wish I would have gone. I wish I would. Okay, this is where you get to come. This is where you make plans to get in the car and go, yes, T-Boy food and snacks. And if you don't have them, then they're going to bitch and cause you trouble. Dre, bring food. Bring food. Otherwise, they just, as long as you have food, you can take a T-Boy anywhere. If you don't have food or crackers or snacks, you're not going to make it through. You just won't make it through at all. What else do we want to talk about, Miss Mocha? First of all, it's nice to see you. How has your week been?
Very stressful.
Very stressful. But now that taxes are done, are you better now?
Well, considering everybody waits till the last minute to do taxes, kind of irks me. But
they do. But then, it's usually people like me that owe taxes, and who cares? Seasoning and paper towels. I'll do the paper towels, but no, I'm not doing seasoning. Okay, that was your job, and then you went away, so I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that, Tessa. I'm not a cook. Ask Mocha. No, not at all. No.
Here recently, you have been.
Well, because of the pandemic. But I don't cook. I only cook nerdy food for me. Like, I'd be embarrassed if it was you guys coming over. You know, because I don't. But I do have a rice maker now, which is cool. Mm-hmm. I like my rice maker very much.
Tell us about Earth Day.
Earth Day. Okay, and I looked it up on here too. Earth Day, believe it or not, very cool. Earth Day was, the first Earth Day was started 52 years ago in an effort to organize teach-ins on university campuses about sustainability and the threats to climate change from human behaviors. And this is held annually to raise awareness of environmental issues. Now, remember, we're dealing with a bunch of... Oh my God, somebody actually asked that to Google. Somebody asked who made Earth. Well, I want to see the answer to that one. The aliens did. They did. They made the moon too. Well, I don't know. My question, Tessa, is, okay, can you put meat in a rice cooker or just rice? I don't know that. Because I was gonna put chicken in there and I thought, no, it's called a rice cooker. I don't think you're supposed to put meat in there. But I don't know. It'll be safe. It'll have rice. Austin, don't give me a break. Give me a break. I don't cook. I've never cooked. Ask my children. My children have who made Earth, right? Jesus did? Oh, okay. Even though Jesus was on Earth for 33 years and... I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know who made Earth. We don't know. But anyway, that's what Earth Day is for. And according to our past president, there is no climate change, which is insane. I don't know who's saying that or what. I mean, I know, Austin. What world do you live in to where you don't think that chemicals in the air cause problems? I mean, I understand corporate America. I got you. You want your money. And it gets into your money when you have to pay for machines that fix pollution and whatnot. I mean, I understand that. But, like, dumping shit in the ocean and dumping shit in the rivers, we can watch it. We can see it. So telling us that we're crazy because there is no climate change is amazing. And, like, all of the ice sheets that are melting, like, by the day, and they're like, no, it's not there. Okay, y'all, just look. I know, look at the weather. And I'm a perfect example because I'm old. When I was pregnant with my daughter in Florida, she was born in July. Hot as hell. And every day at 3 o'clock back then, every day at 3 o'clock, like clockwork, it rained. Every day. Now it would go away, but it would rain every day at 3 o'clock, okay? And it was so very hot. But then you come to South Carolina, and it wasn't hot. I always talk about South Carolina breezes. This last year, now I know 30 years has gone by, it does not rain in Florida at 3 o'clock. It's hot as hell. But where does it rain and where does it do stuff like that? Well, as of last year. Here. In South Carolina, it gets that weather. Okay, and now in Florida, it's unbearable hot. Like, you can't even function there. Everybody's like, I want to go to Florida. I'm like, no, you don't. It is hot as hell. You will be in your car or inside all the time. There's no not hot. Okay, this has changed. Like, I would have been so miserable pregnant down there now. Like, it's so hot. I just think that it is, and if we look at ourselves, we can see that it is changing. And like, to move up. Now, I'm not going to be a Yankee. I'm not going to go any further north, but, you know, it's going to become unbearable down here. It's already that way.
I have a friend who lives in Michigan, and he still is dealing with snow right now.
Saw a picture. Isn't that cool? I was like, whoa, what is that? What is that about? I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Look, I can't do what I'm doing. See, I know. I don't want it. And my son was like, I want you to live here. I want to live here. I want you to live here. And I'm like, dude, I can't live in Florida. I cannot live in Florida. It is too hot. And you see what the rainbow does. We want to go bowling. We want to go hiking. We want to go to Pride. We want to be outside. We want to do things. That's the life that I want to live. I don't want to live in the house. I mean, we do now because of the pandemic stuff. But I want to go out. I want to go outside. So, yeah. So, where's our list of things we were going to...
This weather of 80 during the day and then 30 at night's kind of weird too.
Yeah, but I remember that as a kid. And I remember that as a mom dressing my kids. Like, you'd have to send them with a coat in the morning, and then in the afternoon you'd say, where's your coat at? I don't know. How many coats I had to have replaced because you leave with one and you don't come home with the other one. And they literally didn't come home with them, so who knows where they went to. Yeah, you can't staple the coats to the kids. They don't allow that.
I thought it was also interesting. Speaking of Earth Day, how when COVID happened and a lot of the people like were inside, how areas got more cleaner, the waters got more blue, more clear, less trash, wildlife was thriving.
Yeah. And we see that. And that's funny because, all on the news, they were all like, it's not there. It's not there. I'm like, we just saw it. We just saw it. We saw everything when the pandemic first happened in that March. Man, we're talking about noise pollution. Businesses were shut down, weren't running. I mean, cars weren't running, and everything got clean. It was just lovely. Hi, Christopher. Mm-hmm. Everything got clean. And to say that we don't make an impact is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Plus, Elon Musk and them, they had to raise $200 million to go up. And they did, okay. But why would they spend that kind of money, okay, if it wasn't important? Mm-hmm. All right. The reason why they're doing that is we're running out of shit here. And we're ruining everything. So... yeah, we do make an impact. We do. It's terrible. It's terrible. And to say that we don't is just not responsible. And somebody said it too. It isn't about us and it isn't about our kids. It's about our grandkids. Okay, now you're going to tell the grandkids that you drank all the water and that you polluted everything they had, so you left nothing for them. So we just hogged it all, and that's it. We didn't give a shit about you at all.
Right,
that's terrible. We need to think about the world that's going to be here after we're gone. Okay, when we're gone, what are we leaving for the next people? I know, Tessa, it's everywhere.
And do you know how much wildlife has been gone extinct due to our presence alone?
And that's true. And that's true. And that's absolutely true. Terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. So try to not so much leave your carbon footprint, but we do. I'm a DoorDash driver. I drive every day, all day. So yeah, I'm one of those that's guilty. I'm definitely leaving a carbon footprint on it. Definitely so.
I saw this timeline and it says 1970 was the first ever Earth Day. 20 million Americans protest in the streets for more environmental protections. Then in 1990, Earth Day becomes globally popular. 200 million people are now organizing and united, fighting for climate protection across 141 different countries. Then you don't really hear anything about it until about 2018 when school strikes for climate change, which is interesting because the young people begin to strike for climate change. It started in Sweden with strikes organized in 125 countries from 2018 to 2019. And then later in 2019, a Green New Deal resolution is presented to the U.S. Congress for 100% renewable, zero emission energy sources, and that's like that's when a lot of the started to come out.
Hang on, I gotta answer Dustin's 1970. Wouldn't that be? Oh, it wasn't a president. It was a senator. Oh, okay. What president was established? President Nixon. I knew it. The 70s. The 70s. Nixon. But it was actually, it says here, in the spring of 1970, Senator Gaylord Nelson created Earth Day as a way to force this issue into the national agenda. Isn't that terrible? We've been trying to do this since 1970. What? Wow. We need to get our shit together, y'all. I'm going to die, and we're going to still be in the same shit we went in the 70s. I was just telling Mocha before we came on. I know I'm only 27, but I'm really not. I'm actually 56 years old. I was born during the greatest time. Let me tell you, in my life, I saw the change of everything in the United States. Yeah, I drove a Pontiac Catalina back not in the 70s. In the 70s, my sister was born. I was like 6 or 7 years old. But still, all of that stuff, the black rights and civil rights and women's lib and all of that was during the 70s. The Ford Pinto, totally a horrible vehicle. Yes, you can blow up on that thing. Yes, that's when companies. Amazing. What else were we going to talk about, Mocha? Oh, we were going to talk about depression. By the way, okay, here we go. The Rainbow has to say this every once in a while to remind everybody. We are not lawyers, doctors, therapists. We're none of that, okay? We are just people who want to help other people. We think of ourselves as a bridge, as a resource to get you to help if you need it. When it comes to depression, there's all kinds of depression. One of them is called clinical depression, and it's when there is a chemical imbalance in you. And those have to be attended to by doctors and therapists and things like that, of which we're not. We give good ideas for people who have seasonal depression or just situational depression. Something happened and it causes you to be sad. We give ideas on how to get through that, or to a venue to talk about it with. But as far as cures, we don't have any. If there was a cure, I would give it to every single person and we'd all be fine. There is no cure, but talking about it, getting together with other people, bringing it to light, it's definitely important. If you sit by yourself and you just ponder things and you don't try to bounce that off of somebody, all you're going to do is be talking to you. Well, what happens if you're talking from a really bad perspective? What if you're looking at it at a really bad point? You'd want to talk to somebody else to say, oh, wait a minute, it's not that bad. You just think that it's that bad. Let me show you how I look at it, and maybe that'll help you look at it better. And we have definitely given good ideas over the last 10 years of how to handle depression if it's not a clinical type depression. Getting outside, getting with your friends, doing some exercise. We talked about yoga during the pandemic, things to work on your body with, things to work on your mind with. We talked about reading and doing research and stuff like that to give you something to do. Also look into self-help on depression and things you can do for it. Please don't think that getting help, any way of help, is bad. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. But if you have chronic, debilitating depression, you might need to go see a therapist and a doctor who can help you with that. If it is a chemical imbalance, they can help you, and it can make it better if they can see you and see what you need, and they might be able to give you some chemicals that make you feel better. Hi, Mackenzie. But remember, we're not doctors and lawyers and stuff. We only know what we know. We don't know everything. And we're not doctors. We were be rich.
I was looking up, and it says the top 4 forms of depression start with bipolar depression. People with bipolar disorder have episodes of depression, but they also go through periods of unusually high energy or activity. Then you have major depression, which is the classic type. This is a state where a dark mood is all consuming and one loses interest in activities, even ones that are usually pleasurable. Symptoms of this type include trouble sleeping, changes in appetite, weight, loss of energy, feeling worthless. Thoughts of death or suicide can occur. It is usually treated with psychotherapy and medication. For some people with severe depression that isn't alleviated with psychotherapy or antidepressant medications, other therapy may be effective. And then you have seasonal, which is the type of depression emerges as days get shorter in the fall and winter. The mood change may result from alterations in the body's natural daily rhythms and the eye's sensitivities to light, or how chemical messengers like serotonin and melatonin function. And then you have 2 others. One you would are unique to women. One is during pregnancy, and the other one is called PMDD, which is kind of like PMS. So that's only like, what is that, 6? There are more than that,
Right.
and some are still being discovered.
Right. Right. And that's what I'm going to say. The human mind is amazing, and we don't know everything that we need to know about it. Just depression, we focus on a lot here at the Rainbow because that seems to be a common thing of people in the LGBT. And so we want to put it out there on how you can get help, or that you do need to get help, and that you don't have to suffer alone through this stuff. And we also have all kinds of 1-800 numbers for if you're having a bad time of it, to where you can reach out for help. There's one. I think I did it. Did I do it? Yeah, there it is. You're never alone. There's the Trevor hotline. Very important that you guys know that you have things to do. Okay, look, I'm trying to read at the same time. Kim's not good at this at all. By the way, y'all, I did try to curl my hair today. I'm just going to let you know. And this is the result. See? Some people's hair doesn't curl. They're all like, yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. I curled my hair with a hot curling iron. And look, no curls, Mocha. None. Whatever. So, my hair just doesn't want to be curled. That's what that is. Okay, we talked about hiking. We talked about the bonfire. We talked about depression. How is everybody doing? I see we've got a wide range of people. I saw Jade in here, Dustin in here, Mackenzie Christopher's in here. We got all kinds of people. So we got Ohio, several cities in South Carolina, Texas, and Ohio, Texas. Look at us go. In several cities in South Carolina. We're handling it. What are you doing trashing my
How do you all experience depression, and how do you alleviate from having those episodes? If you don't want to comment, you can always message us too. But we want more input from you all as well. That's why we offer the WebEx meetings, and I heard talks about maybe a possible Zoom if that's easier for y'all to use, because we need to hear your feedback just as much as you like hearing ours.
Right. Yeah, and that is true. And remember, that's what a support group is for. It's for us together collaboratively. Like, what do we know? Like, how does the Rainbow know all this stuff about the LGBT? Because we've been told. Okay, we leave ourselves open to hear all kinds of things, which is like Mocha was interviewed by another college last month asking our opinion. Okay, what is your opinion on this? Because you have a touch to the LGBT. And the only reason why is because people tell us what's going on. And then I'm like, wow, well, that's kind of common. I'll go to Atlanta, talk to a bunch of gay boys, and they'll say something. And then all of a sudden I'll come back and I'll be talking to a bunch of gay boys up here, and all of a sudden I'll be like, they said that in Atlanta too. That must be a thing. And then I talk to other people. I'm like, I'll be damned. It is a thing. Okay, cool. Then we need to look at that. But I wouldn't have known. First of all, I'm not a gay boy. And I wouldn't have known. How in the hell would I know that unless somebody told me? And then Mocha and I are really good at the research part. And when we hear something, then I go and I listen more. Like, was it just there? Is it just that area and those people? Or was it other people? And then I find out more stuff. Paying attention to the LGBT, you find out how important it is that we have groups like the Rainbow for people to talk to, because we are a different breed. We really are. The LGBT is why depression is hard to overcome. Just because our bodies do that. Our bodies, some people are super sensitive. And like Dustin, I mean, you in particular, the last couple of years have been super hard on you. Super hard on you. So did that affect you? Absolutely.
Jay says,
yeah, I saw that. Jay,
I work and bury myself in distraction so I can go to the next day. With that, though, I don't want you to get lost without coming to peace with it.
Dude, me and Mocha were right there hugging you at that moment. I understand just wanting the sun to come up. I do. I get you. And I've been there. Like, oh my God, how long is the night? I just need the sun to come up. And I know it'll come up, but boy, the time between there and there is huge. But
especially when you live alone. I live by myself. And it's trouble.
And it is. And it is. And it's a long night. It's a long night. But you also, yes, you can work and distract yourself a little. Like my therapist says, I'm supposed to think of a jar, so I think of this one. And when I get stressed out, I'm supposed to say, okay, I'm going to put it in the jar and deal with it later. Because she doesn't want me burying things. Like, I'm not allowed to say, I'm not going to think about that. She said, okay, but put it in here for later. So I take whatever emotions I have, put them in my jar, and I'll deal with it later. Okay, now I'm not having to deal with it now, but we don't want to push it away. You can't bury it too much because it'll come back up again. So maybe just put it to the side and say, I'll deal with that tomorrow. I'll deal with that another day. But as far as paravagal responses, let me tell y'all, when you get depressed and stuff and things start, you really can't control those things. So like Christopher said, you know, like I said, get outside, do something. Do something positive. I know, Dustin, it is. And it's hard. But she really, and part of that hardness, the work of that, is what she's doing. She wants to dislocate. Instead of drowning into that emotion, I'm having to pull it apart. And of course, that's very difficult. He's like, jar? A fucking jar? Why are you talking about a fucking jar? It's a way for your brain to put it there. And yes, Dre, it always does come back up again. So let yourself know that and say, I'm just going to put it in here temporarily. Okay, I'm not burying it. It's going to be there until I come to terms with it. Like Mocha said, until you clear it out, it's going to be there. But this allows it to be there. This says,
and that way you remain in control instead of letting it come unbuckled and then when you don't want it to.
Correct. Now, it is hard. My therapist doesn't give me anything easy. Nothing is easy. And at first, normally, I ignored her. You know, I'm a therapist. I'm a counselor. What can you tell me that I don't already know? And then I'd listen and I'd be like, well, okay, I see. And yeah, Christopher, anything that you can do. Jade plays the guitar. Jade does do things. to get her head off of things. And she also very much stays busy. Like if you know her, you'll catch her here and there, but she's working, doing, going, whatever, and she'll pop up at a rainbow event. Last time she brought friends with her. It was great. It was great. She stays busy. Now, as she said, she didn't deny that she has depression. But she's continuing to work and continuing to go through it. Because like Dre says, it's going to come back up again. And depending on, like Mama said, if you have seasonal depression, if it's cloudy for a lot of days, just know that that's coming. You know, but then that weighted blanket, man, that thing Dole had.
Oh yeah.
They're a little pricey. However, they really work. They really work. So if you're sad and dealing with some depression, maybe a weighted blanket would help. That is definitely a recommendation. A binder we recommend, and we also recommend weighted blankets. Okay. There's Dre. Hi, Dre.
Hello.
I was like, oh, there's somebody coming in.
Yes, it's Dre. I left the door open for Dre. And be careful. She scratched me earlier. These cats are being unreal. They're just not nice.
Well, one's at your feet.
So. I know. Won't leave me alone. And I've pushed him away 1,000 times. Let's see if we can do this.
Hi, Dre.
There's Dre. Hey. And my huge cat tree for my brat cats. Yes, there we are. But did y'all see my plants? Hang on, I want to show my 40 plants.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See the forest going on in here? And don't forget, there's 25 in the bedroom.
Why is there more in the bedroom?
Because the cats kept trying to eat them. Look, and here's Bob on the computer. Oh, my God. I'm going to get rid of Bob. I'm going to get rid of the cats. I am.
I'm about to bring another cat too.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. As a matter of fact, I'm having to babysit my neighbor's cats. Oh, he doesn't like her being gone at all. I went in there and he just cried the whole time I was in there. And I'm like, dude, she'll be home. And he's like, no. No, she's not here. I know she's not here, but I can't make her be here.
Well, bring that cat over to play with them.
An intact male.
Oh,
he will whoop the shit out of my cats. And not only that, but he'll spray.
Yeah.
Because Bob's here right now. He can't come in. No, you can't come in here. No, and he's an intact male, and he also is an indoor-outdoor cat. He would whoop my cats' asses. They have no clue what mean is. They don't know. They've never met anybody. And they're horrified of dogs. They think dogs are the worst thing on the planet ever.
So how are you supposed to take him around with you? He doesn't.
Dre, are you going hiking with us?
I will be there.
He said he'll be at the shelter.
Are you going to stay the whole time this time?
I'm going to try, yes. Because I'm supposed to donate blood, so.
Okay. Well, you can leave when I leave, but not before then.
Okay.
Because I have to work Sunday. I normally don't on our days, but I've had sad days. Okay, like somebody asked Mocha, you guys, you really don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, we do. We really do. And like, sometimes depression is bad and you just can't leave the house. Okay, well, in that, it's now affected my money. Okay, so now I'm having to make up for that. But I had to give that to myself, okay? I'm not beating myself up over it, okay? Just like my therapist said, if you just can't, don't. Instead of making yourself feel bad, it's not doing any good. Everything positive. It's got to be positive. So if you can't go, you can't go. Do something in the house. Okay, well, now we are to the point of we have to go to work. We have to go to work.
Now, even in that, I will say, going to work does, I mean, yes, it's very strenuous and I hate work. I don't hate work, but I hate having to go to work. But going to work gets me out of the house. You know, I interact with hundreds of people every day. And it actually doesn't make me sit at home and think about all the bad stuff that comes with depression and anxiety, because you yourself are going to be your biggest critic. Well, being out puts your endurance out there, and actually helps you be more healthy with your mental health instead of, draining away in the rut.
Which is all true, except sometimes it just feels better to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's terrible. Like, every time I get in the car, I say that. I'm like, Kim, you've got the easiest job on the planet. Okay, you drive around and listen to your music. But sometimes it's just so hard getting from the house to the car. I can't explain it. I don't know. I know that there's people, like Dre would understand what I'm saying. Sometimes you just can't. My therapist, I see you on the 3 times a week, 12 weeks. See? Yeah. Mine does too. Mine yells at me. She says that I say bad things about me all the time. And she'll stop talking and she'll say, you just did it again. I'm like, I did what? She's like, you did it again. And she hates it that I do that. Like, I'll say, God, I was so dumb the other day, I didn't get up. And I'm like, yeah, but I was dumb. And she's like, stop saying that. Because it becomes a self-fulfilled prophecy thing. Don't be negative. Don't be negative. Even about you. But you're right, Dustin. They're good. That's why I think everybody should have a therapist that's on the outside, like not in your friend group, not in whatever. Somebody, because they will call you out on those details. They most certainly will. And they'll notice them, whereas you won't, or your friends have, they're around you, so they've become accustomed to you talking that way. And they might not notice that it's like wrong. And then somebody else is like, why are you talking that way? I always talk this way. Well, don't talk that way. I think everybody should have a therapist. There was a person online today that announced that they were going to therapy and that they were happy. And I'm like, good, because I like mine too. Okay, really, find somebody you like. And if you're in therapy and you really don't jive with your therapist, find another one. Find somebody that you can bond with. I like this example here. She says, oh, I used to say that to my kids. What did they say? It's all good. It's all good. Back in the day when they were in high school. It's all good. And I'd say, no, it's not. Nothing is all good. Okay, nothing is all good. Nothing. Ice cream is not all good. Sex is not all good. There's bad stuff in everything. Everything's not all good. And nothing is 100% bad. Period. And like I said, I know I sound so cliche. The universe does what the universe does. And we don't know why. Even if it's bad, it might end up being good. And you just don't know yet. I tell everybody, relax. The world's doing its thing. And you'll be okay, I promise. It might not be the way you want it to be, but you'll be okay. I promise. I promise. I'm here to tell you, I've survived this long. Damn. And if you can survive half the shit I've been through, you good to go. You good to go. I used to have red hair, by the way. Okay, does that tell you anything at all? Red hair, like red hair. That's why on my profile picture you'll see that. I was like, that doesn't look like you. I'm like, no, but it does to me in my head. I like to pretend that's the way I look.
But that's why hiking would be good.
Yes, yeah, and hiking is good. Hiking is good. Hiking is very good. Okay, so hiking on Sunday, the live today. Our next meeting is going to be the second Tuesday. What else? We talked about depression. We talked about... Oh, y'all need to be checking out our website, www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.org, because on there it does have our events on there. It's got our volunteer idea for the prides. It's got all the pride dates on there. I just redid that. If you have anything you think we need to put on our website, let us know. I'm open to suggestions. We're fixing on redoing our brochures for Pride. We need to have them ready by June 2nd so that we can get them here for the table. So if there's anything you guys want us to talk about on the website or put on the website, please let us know. We're totally down with that. Yeah, that's a curling iron and it's hot. Bob's like freaking out. Look, I really did try to curl my hair. This is the curls. Mocha, look. That's it. That's it. And really, it was curled. It was, and then it goes, ugh. It just doesn't want to. Everybody's like, you need to curl your hair. I'm like, I try to curl my hair. No, all hair curls. No, mine doesn't. Or people are like, you need to cut your hair every 6 months. No, I'd be bald in just like 3 years. They're like, no, your hair grows. I'm like, no, it doesn't. No, my hair doesn't grow. It's been this long for the last 10 years. Not only that, like, you know how your toenails and your fingernails grow, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I haven't been to the nail salon in how long? Okay, I still have toenail polish on one of my toes. You know why? The toenail doesn't grow. Okay, I'm telling y'all. Okay, some people, it doesn't grow. If you were to cut my hair all the time, oh, Beth, good. See, I can't. Oh, now it curls. No, I can't. Can you imagine?
Beth.
Can you imagine me with no hair? It would be horrible. Now I have no nails. We can't get rid of the hair. It's all I got left. It's all I got left, man. It's all I got. I can't hardly walk. Can't hardly do nothing. My hair's gone to whatever. It's not gray. It's like, people are like, you're a blonde. I'm like, no, the hell I'm not.
That's what it looks like in some spots.
Whatever. I'm not a blonde. My whole life. Do you know in high school I had a guy tell me he couldn't date me because I had red hair?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Like having red hair in high school was the worst thing in the whole world. That and freckles. Oh my God. You would have thought I was like some mutant or whatever. Now they're all like, you're a blonde. I'm like, no, if I was a blonde, I would have been a blonde in high school. And then I could have punched that guy right in the face. Okay, but I wasn't a blonde in high school. I was the one left out of the lunch table. So, yeah, I know bullies. I know bullies personally. Yeah, I have a relationship with them. Nice to see you, Beth. Everybody needs to love Beth just because everybody needs to love Beth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow. Every time she posts something, it hurts me even more. I'm like, oh, Beth, I love you so much. I love you so much. I'm so sorry. Things are so tough for a lot of people in our community. And just know that. Reach out to everybody. It really does matter, even if you don't know them. If you see something on Facebook, let them know. Say, send in hugs. Thinking of you. Dawn Williams made the most beautiful post. Some stranger made a little quilt for her, a blanket for her to hold. And it took 6 hours to make it. Now, you'd have to be from the South to understand the love behind this, but don't judge too hard. She prayed while she sewed it for 6 hours. So she prayed about Dawn and the loss that Dawn had, and she prayed about the kid, and she prayed about Dawn for 6 hours while she sewed that. And then she mailed it to Dawn, and she said, this will help you to sleep. And it was just a lovely gift from a stranger who prayed for 6 hours about Dawn. It was just beautiful. It was just a beautiful thing. And to think that a stranger did all that for her was neat.
Well, if you picture it kind of like how you're on a drive-through and the car before you pays for your food and they want you to keep it going, I encourage you to do that and think of random acts of kindness in the same fashion. If you do something good for somebody, that's going to motivate them to do something good to somebody else, and it's going to keep it going. If you do something bad in the same way, I feel like that's going to put someone in a bad mood, and they're more likely to do something bad to someone else.
Right. And that is true. Hurt people, and you know, there was a picture one time of a boss that yelled at the employee. The employee went home and yelled at his wife. The wife yelled at the kid, and the kid kicked the dog. And the dog's like, what the hell? I didn't do anything. And it's like, you got to be careful that you stop that. Love you too, Beth.
Then the cat will take it over the door.
Oh my God, I want to kill the cats. I'm done with the cats. I'm done. The cats are making me just... and they just want my attention all the time. That's the problem.
Bring you 2 more cats.
You gotta ride that fine line of sowing and reaping. Yes, Mocha. Night, y'all. Night bath.
Good night, Beth. Thanks for
Good
coming
night
by.
bath. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and y'all check out the website and see what we should do better on there or what more. Now, I do know we need to update some pictures with some current pictures. We've had a lot of pictures since we've been home and out that we need to put on there and set up. Everybody likes seeing themselves in pictures on the rainbow. It's really cool. Plus, people come and go. You wouldn't believe I can pull up pictures from years ago and I'm like, do you remember them? I wonder where they went. What else was on our list to talk about, Mocha?
I think we've covered it, unless you had anything else.
Let me see. We talked about Earth Day, situational depression, hiking, bonfire, depression. Is there anything else that you can think of to talk about? We talked about the 70s.
That I really just see all at hiking.
Way. And every time we get more. And remember, you don't have to hike. You can hike just a little. I'm going to get the charcoal and paper towels, Tessa. Even though, whatever. But I'm not getting spices because I don't know what people are bringing. If you want spices, bring spices. We don't have Tessa with us.
I'll bring every spice in my cabinet for you.
Whatever. Whose cat was that?
Mine. The one I'm going to bring you.
No. No. I have 2 very naughty cats. I'm done.
3 very naughty cats.
You have 3 now?
No, I said you're about to have 3.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I
I'm going to
can't.
take mine and add it to yours.
No, I can't. I can only do these
Mine
2.
would add 4, so.
No. Look, everybody's going to dump their cats. Sharice is like, I'm going out of town, you get the cats. No, they're your cats. No. And so now, y'all. I love cats. I do. They're great. But, they're... Like, my cat has decided to stand in the bathroom staring at the mirror and cries. For no reason.
He doesn't know it's him.
I'm like, what are you doing? I'll go over and I'll sit with him and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, okay, you're done. So I'll put him on the floor. And then he goes back to do the same thing. And now he's decided, you know that picture I got of the turtles that I have on the side? He'll stand there and go on the picture for 20 minutes. Like, what in the hell are you doing? He bing, 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 bing. So all you hear is this banging on the wall. For 20 minutes. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, their behavior is driving me crazy because I can't understand what they're doing. Like, why are you doing that? Is there a reason you're doing that? And then I'll go and I'll take them and move them, and they go right back. And see the big expensive cat tree? No cat on it. See that? No cat. Where's the cat? Kim, where's the cat? Right there. There's the cat.
Oh, wait. There's one on the cat tree. Show it quickly.
Oh, where's Sarah? Is Sarah on the cat tree? Oh, there she is. Oh, she got
Just
on
because
it.
you said something.
Yeah. Only because I said something. Otherwise, she wouldn't be there. No.
She's like, oh shit, they're paying attention. Hold on, get on the cat tree.
Right. Right. The very expensive, very tall cat tree so that they could play. No, we want the mirror. I don't get the mirror. If somebody knows cats and knows why the cat is into the mirror, I'd really like for you to tell me why. I was at the grocery store and the lady was selling turkey, cranberry, pecan salad. Ew.
That
sounds so grown up. See, Mocha would like it. Ugh.
That does sound good.
It does not.
No, it does
Not me and Dre. No, we the big people. That is skinny people food, and we don't want any part of that. Nope. Not at all. So it is 9:00, Mocha. Y'all, Sunday, and you can RSVP through the website. You can talk to us through the web. You can talk to us on Facebook. Please look us up. Everybody come hiking. It's really a good time. And even if you don't hike, we just hang out. Tell them at the guest that... Oh, no, ferrets. No way. Tell them that you're with the Rainbow, Shelter 3. They'll know. I'll get there early to let them know. But they usually know. They know who we are. They're like, "Oh, you're with the Rainbow." Yes, we are. How cool is that? I love it when they say that. I feel like so important. All right, that's it. If you guys have anything you need to talk to us about, give us a call. Give us a whatever. All right, Mocha, is there anything else?
Nope.
Dre, anything
Sunday.
Nope. See y'all Sunday.
See y'all Sunday. Okay, peace out.